President Biden just gave a fiery Labor Day speech in Milwaukee. The White House says the president's visit to celebrate the dignity of American workers, and he certainly did that in the speech. He said unions built the middle class. Here's some of it.
Today, support for unions in this country is higher than it's been in nearly 60 years. Think about this. You guys know the numbers. Unions have more support today in America in public opinion than any time in 60 years. It's a key way to building the economy, to grow us from the bottom up and the middle out. I'm so sick and tired of trickle-down economics.
The president is now moving on to Pittsburgh. That trip will mark the third time he's visited Pennsylvania in the past week. ABC's Zohreen Shah live at the White House for us more. This will represent the fourth time we visited the White House and Zohreen today. Zohreen, you listened to that speech as well as I did, the president there in Wisconsin. What's the significance of his visit and the biggest takeaway from this speech, which, as you noted the last time we spoke, sounded an awful lot like a campaign speech?
Yeah, I think the biggest significance was that shift. And hi again, Phil. You start talking about the Labor Day event, right? The labor unions, how the labor unions improve the middle class, how he wouldn't be there without them. Well, that's how it started. That's not how it ended up going. It really did feel like a campaign event. Joe Biden was fired up. I mean, he talked about how not every Republican is a MAGA Republican, seemingly kind of cleaning up his remarks from last week, where he got a lot of pushback for maybe generalizing or seemingly generalizing, right? But he talked about how democracy is at stake. He talked about saving democracy. He also talked about Ron Johnson, who is running for office in that state. He talked about how he called the January 6th protests peaceful protests. Joe Biden, of course, is there right now. He is campaigning for Senate Democrat, the Lieutenant Governor there, Mandela Barnes, and then incumbent Democrat Tony Evers. But it was really interesting to see that shift. At another moment, he talked about the extreme right. He called them the Trumpies. They want to go to Congress. I haven't heard him say that before, but really kind of building out that contrast between MAGA Republicans, and his own party and what they've accomplished.
President Biden visited both Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. He's going to Pittsburgh. Both swing states come on the heels of former President Trump's visit to Pennsylvania, which probably was not by accident, where he endorsed GOP candidates there. So this is beginning to feel like a sort of a clash of the titans again. President Biden, as you mentioned, going right at the former president by name, talking about MAGA Republicans. At the end of that speech, there was a heckler we saw, and that gave the president the opportunity to then talk about, the insurrection and say you can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy at the same time. These are things we're going to hear moving forward, right?
I can imagine we will. I mean, look, he's heading over to Pennsylvania later on today. Pittsburgh has one of the largest Labor Day parades in the entire country, one of the biggest ones there. And over there, he'll be campaigning for Attorney General Josh Shapiro, who is running for governor, and also John Fetterman, who's running for the Senate race right there. We know Trump was there just a few days ago over the weekend, campaigning for the Republican candidates as well. Trump, of course, unleashing on Biden on that FBI search and teasing the 2024 run. And so it'll be interesting to hear what Biden says. I mean, look, we already heard him go off quite a bit on Trump. I think we can probably expect to maybe hear possibly more of that. Phil?
Zohreen Shah from the White House. Always good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.